Der Runenkrieger ist zurück! Schnell, ihr müsst ins Haupthaus des Ordens kommen.
Gut, dass ihr da seid. Ihr müsst sofort los.
Wo ist Sartarius?
Aufgebrochen mit dem Heer des Ordens. Sie wollen euch den Weg ebnen, ins Herz der feindlichen Armee.
Wie viele sind mit ihm gezogen?
Alle. Die ganze Armee. Jeder Ritter, jeder Knappe. Sie werden die Blockade in den Frostmarschen durchbrechen.
Oder bei dem Versuch umkommen. Also gut, zu den Frostmarschen.
Alright, and with that intro cutscene, welcome to the next episode of our SpellForce, the Order of Dawn Let's Play. Now, as you could hear, we need to go to the Frost Marshes. Sartarius and some of the people of the Order, funnily enough, they say all of the people of the Order, but, you know, clearly, there's people here, have departed for that. But it doesn't matter, we'll follow them, and you need to follow us down on Discord. So, while you click that, I'm gonna click on Frost Marshes, and let's see where this takes us. Alright, that was fairly quick. Now, you can see it's been a while since we've been at the Frost Marshes, and there's a little tiny thing that's different. Well, there's some blades here, level 18 we're gonna fight, but there's also no blockade, as it was when we, you know, last witnessed Roan find his untimely demise. Or perhaps very timely, depending on how you look at it. But, yeah, now we actually get to push through. And this is what I would consider the last part of the game. Kind of like the final stretch, you know? The home stretch. We get through a couple of maps here. And how many are there actually? There's this one, 2, 3, 4, 5 more maps actually. So in 5 episodes we're gonna be done. Isn't that great? As always, I'll try to record a couple of them ahead of time. But for this recording in particular, there's one thing, actually for all the SpellForce 1 Let's Plays from this point onward, we are, I installed one mod on this game. One mod in particular that I think is going to make a big difference, which is the audio fix mod. If you Google it, just audio fix for SpellForce, you'll see it, but it's basically a mod that reduces background ambience noise. Specifically crickets, howling, wind, right? Those kinds of things. Which is very much necessary in this game, I believe. Considering that, you know, those can be very loud, especially when you're playing and recording. So, it should be fixed now. I know in the last couple of episodes, those were pretty loud, very annoying at times, right? So, should be good now. Should be a-okay. Alright, let's see now. We've got the option of removing someone else. I'll remove the archer, actually, and give ourselves the warlock. Why? I don't know. I just kind of feel like it. Let's summon all of them. We're gonna need them. And then see how we can best equip this guy. I think he should be able to wear the very nice robe. I can't. Oh, he's only 8. Well, gonna have to be this. But then on the other hand, I do think this is a little bit more fitting for a warlock. It also gives him insane cast time, so don't think we need to complain too much about this. Fire magic. Yeah. These two should be fine, and he can use Aura of Slow Fighting, and we can use Aura of Inflexibility. No point in both of us using the same. But you'll notice we're going to be very, very pumped up with all sorts of skills. Oh, he's level 14. We're going to need to replace the priest at some point. Not yet, though, because he's super strong, so we'll see. Anyhow, we're going to have to make a decision on this map. It's not a decision with big consequences. But it's a decision nonetheless. Now, we have two opportunities while playing this map. Two monuments, rather. One of them is a monument of the orcs, which we already used on two maps, on Fallen's Hope and on the Rift. Now, we did use trolls on the Rift, right? But now, just towards the end a little bit. Wasn't that big of a deal. Now, however, we have the opportunity to use them a little bit more. So what I'm thinking of doing is, instead of actually playing with the orcs on this map, I think I'm just gonna go for the trolls, like from the start. We're gonna skip the orcs completely and just go for the trolls. Now, on this map in particular, can be a little bit tricky. Because for those of you who know, you probably know what I'm trying to get at, but the main enemy on this map is ice-based. It's actually a part of the Elves of Tirganach, which is kind of the second part of this map. It goes up into the mountains that would eventually lead to Tirganach, right? Those are ice-based. Orcs use a lot of fire. Put two and two together, and the orcs seem very, very opportune in this situation. The trolls, they've got they've got stuff they can use, but it's nothing to really write home about. They've got one of the units over here, the hurler, sorry, not the hurler, the thrower, who can be upgraded with kind of like a fire upgrade, which just makes him, throw out hot coal, I guess, instead of just rocks. This does have the effect of being able to set enemies ablaze, but it's not that great, I'll be honest with you. So, yeah, I do think it'll be an interesting thing to try. So, let me level of difficulty high. I wouldn't want to sell you guys short by playing on normal or easy, so we have to check sometimes. But okay. Let's see. This is our, I don't want to say first taste of the blades. We did fight against blades before this, but it's kind of our, first encounter where there's plenty of them, and more than just a couple. And from the next map and moving forward, they will be our main enemy. Not the only enemy, but the main one. And you'll notice that they are quite a bit tougher than many of the ones we've faced before. Tougher than demons, tougher than the humans of the Briar Wolves, so it's going to be quite something. Anyhow, Craig Unshalach. A couple of episodes ago, I talked about wanting to do the Amra and Lea quest that we still have here. Now, this quest, I don't know whether I should do it as part of this episode or whether I should do it as the next episode, because I think this episode might drag on a little bit. Might become a bit long.
Freund, hier herüber!
Alright, yeah, I see you, all good, mate. We've got quite a few things to do, so maybe as part of the next one, we'll see. Anyhow, for now, let's talk to Urias.
Ich wusste es. Wenn es jemand bis hierher schaffen würde, dann ihr.
Ein düsteres Wiedersehen, Urias. Was ist geschehen?
Es war ein Gemetzel. Es gelang uns zwar, ihre Blockade zu zerschlagen, doch ihr Strom wollte einfach nicht versiegen. Noch ehe der Tag sich neigte, fielen unsere Reihen. Sie sind alle tot, Runenkrieger. Der Orden ist besiegt.
Noch nicht ganz, Urias. Wo ist Sartarius?
Gefangen und verschleppt. Sie haben ihn durch das Portal im Süden gebracht, in die Gottmark.
Dann ist das unser nächstes Ziel.
Sie haben alle außer Sartarius getötet. Irgendetwas steckt dahinter. Das muss eine Falle sein. Ich rieche es förmlich.
Falle oder nicht, Sartarius braucht unsere Hilfe. Und ihr seid ja auch noch am Leben.
Nur durch die Hilfe dieses Dunkelelfen. Sonst wäre ich jetzt ebenso tot wie der Rest meiner Leute. Wenn ihr wirklich in die Gottmark wollt, dann sprecht mit ihm. Er kennt dieses Land wahrhaftig besser als ich.
Was habt ihr über die Eisernen herausgefunden?
Sie sind tödliche Nahkämpfer. Einige von ihnen schleudern auch Magie. Die Bolzen unserer Armbrüste schienen ihnen nicht viel anhaben zu können. Und nehmt euch in Acht vor ihren turmartigen Bauten. Sie schleudern tödliche Blitze, die selbst einen gestandenen Krieger mit einem Schlag niederwerfen. Sartarius glaubt, dass sie aus Urgard gekommen sind. Wahrscheinlich durch das große Portal im Nachtflüstertal. Was sie planen? Bei Zarach, ich weiß es nicht. Sie metzelten uns nieder und nahmen Sartarius gefangen. Doch merkwürdigerweise drangen sie nicht weiter vor. Sie scheinen auf etwas zu warten. Vielleicht auf euch, mein Freund.
Was wird nun aus dem Orden?
Ihr und ich, das ist alles, was vom Orden noch übrig ist. Es liegt deshalb an uns, was aus ihm wird.
Dann lasst uns diese Schlacht zu Ende führen.
Habt ihr den Phönix?
Ei.
Dann gibt es noch Hoffnung. Gut, lasst es uns zu Ende bringen.
Right, I noticed the effects are a little bit annoying when we're talking here. Like she rebuffs us, which, you know, is fine, thank you. But a little bit tricky when we are in the middle of a conversation. Now, yeah, I do wish after this game, or after we kind of, you know, after this happens, right, this map, I do wish they sort of removed all the Knights of the Dawn from every city we've been to before, like every single one. They didn't, sadly. I mean, it's not something to, you know, I don't know how plausible it was, but I'm imagining with scripts, you know, so should have been possible. So I do think that would have been a good idea. But now let's talk to Cregon Shalach, and then we can actually start playing this map.
Ein Runenkrieger. Welch Ironie des Schicksals. So schließt sich hier also der Kreis. Die Mächte des Konvokationskriegs treten an, um die letzte Schlacht gemeinsam auszutragen.
Und was ist dabei euer Platz in diesem Spiel?
Ich kehre aus der Verbannung zurück zu meinem Volk. Lange genug bin ich als Söldner durch die Welt gezogen. Meine Leute brauchen mich jetzt.
Ihr kennt die Gottmark?
Der Ort, an den Sie euren Freund entführt haben? Ja, ich kenne ihn. Und ich kenne auch die Runenmonumente dort.
Erzählt mir mehr.
Eines von ihnen, ein Ork-Monument, liegt östlich des Portals. Dorthin ist es jedoch ein weiter, gefährlicher Weg. Ganz in der Nähe des Portals befindet sich dagegen ein Monument der Dunkelelfen.
Ich besitze keine Runensteine der Dunkelelfen.
Dann werdet ihr in der Gottmark scheitern. Es sei denn, ihr wagt euch in die Stätten von Tirganach.
Die Stätte von Tirganach?
Sie liegt von hier aus gesehen im Osten, jenseits des Tores, das ins ewige Eis führt. Meine Brüder rangen sie einst den Sharok ab, nur um sie später wieder an die Eiselfen des Arin-Kults zu verlieren. Diese Eiselfen sind fanatisch und grausam. Ihr werdet unter ihnen keine Freunde des Lichts finden. Sie verteidigen den Gletscher gegen jeden, der den Schlaf des Frostwebers zu stören wagt. Bereitet euch also gut vor, falls ihr in diese Schlacht ziehen wollt. Sucht im Eis nach den verschollenen Runensteinen meines Volkes und kehrt anschließend zu mir zurück. Dann werde ich euch sagen, ob ihr gerüstet seid.
Hopefully. We'll see. There's a couple of things we need to find. Now, crucially, we will not find any units here, which really confused me when I first played this game, because I thought, you know, obviously I need some kind of units to fight, but no. We will find exactly 0 units. I'm thinking now. Trolls, right? They use iron for some of the units they've got. Well, relatively few pieces though, so should be fine. I was a bit worried because they don't have a doubling building for iron, a smelting works like the orcs do, so that may have been a bit tricky, but should be fine. The orc monument's also a lot easier to defend, but I feel up for a challenge, so let's see. We'll skip it. We've got the best one. Yeah, they're also level 13, right? So we do get better units from the get-go. Just a little bit more difficult to actually do things. Interestingly enough, and something I never, and I mean never, liked about this map, is the fact that if you lose one of your rune heroes, they've got to walk all the way from here to wherever you are, right? I don't know how no one, when they were playtesting this map, realized this, kind of little mishap. But I do think putting a second rune monument, like in this part of the map, up right, you'll see. I have a place, actually, where I'd put it, but I'm gonna show it to you. I think that would have been a good idea, generally speaking. Because maybe they wanted to do it so you're not as reliant on the rune heroes, rune warriors you can get, but I just don't think it panned out that way. I really don't, so... Could have been done a bit nicer. But okay, first we're gonna take care of these drakelings. There's really no reason to let them live. I always take care of them before I use any monuments. Right? If you want to make it super hard on you while you're playing this game, don't kill them, leave them, and they'll start attacking you too when you use the monuments. If you want to be, super hardcore about it. The thing with most maps in SpellForce though is that, it's valuable to go exploring before you actually start doing something. So just explore, Go look at what's around the monuments. Go look if you can, do something, press something, whatever. Because it can help a lot. Thinking we could maybe make 2 goblins here too. There we go. Also, my apologies if my voice today is a little bit weird. I'm not sick, but I've kind of have this very faint throat ache for some reason. No idea why. It hasn't been there for long. It's been 1 or 2 days. So I hope it goes away on its own eventually, but, can be quite annoying, especially when you're trying to talk, so, yeah. Is there anything we can use? Curse 7? Well, causing the enemies to walk slower is, of course, not a bad thing, inherently. Not that useful either, so... Let's not use that. Anything I've got on 8? Unit is more susceptible to black magic. That might actually not be... Well, no, we've got 7. Ah, damn it. Destroys any white aura on the target. Now, this would be good if the enemies on this map had any white auras. But they don't. We could put the poison thing up, though, so... Let us do that. And move out. It feels weird, not doing anything with the orcs here. Don't know why, but, I always kind of felt it to be proper to use the orcs here. The reason why I don't want to do it is... I think this is kind of the last opportunity for us to properly use trolls. I mean, there's gonna be 2 more, right? 2 more chances we can do it. But I would rather use Dark Elves on these, because we haven't used the Dark Elves at all, right? So if I've got 2 or 3 more maps, on the next one we're gonna have to use Orcs predominantly. The one after, Dark Elves. And we can use Trolls with them, but I just kind of don't like doing it there. So instead we're gonna do it here. Crazy how this part of the map is kinda useless now. I mean, no, not really. I mean, we're gonna get this wood here, eventually. There's some iron, which, we also kinda do want, but... generally speaking, it's, yeah... pretty empty. That's already half the map, kind of. Too bad the second half of the map is a lot tougher to go through. Perhaps even impossible if we do it on our own. Now the hill giants, those I definitely want to get rid of. The hill giants are a thorn in my side right now. The level 16 ones, the level 18 ones are fine. There is one level 30 up here though. And that one is everything but, so... Not quite sure what the best way of dealing with him would be. Like, should we pull them? Probably gonna try and pull him a little bit. There should be a higher level one here also. Yeah, these ones drop like flies. That's not the issue. The issue is that I've got no war cry. Ah, there we go. Troll monument. I've got no war cry, and that's it's kind of, yeah, not too good. Ah, there we go. Wind wielder. But he's only level 25. He's not the boss of this area. That honor... Ah, there we go. Ice Shaper. That honor belongs to a guy here, which we can't see it. They do hit like trucks, though. Look at this. I mean, he did hit the goblin, right? Goblins, undead goblins, not particularly known to have a lot of resistances. But look at this, 85, almost 100. Oh. Why, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna get a new healer in here. Level 14. Sorry, mate. Your time's up. Small HQ. Probably not good luck here. We'll get to that guy later. Let's get... Oh, there's a destroyer here too. I completely forgot this guy. Completely forgot about you, mate. You can stay. The thing is, I feel like if the healer gets hit, it's just kind of useless spending points to heal, right? You two, just run away. Like, he doesn't do anything when it comes to actually hitting, right? So I tend to try and leave these kind of behind, you know? So they're good for debuffing, but they don't interfere with the actual fighting part of things. Because what's he gonna do? He's got like a magic, you know, like a magic, whatever that is, like a globe in the sand. Alright, next one is the big guy. There we go, Stormfist. How's it going? You stop here, you stop here, my goodness, holy crap. Can you hit him, please? I think it's okay if he hits me. I just need to be ready to heal whoever he hits. Because he hits hard. Please don't die. Okay, whew. Alright. This actually went better than I thought it would. And it's got a decent ring on him. A very decent ring actually. Fighting plus 10. Agility, dexterity. This is perfect for me actually, so... Udwin's ring. I think agility and stamina agility. And this one gives me stamina agility strength. Yeah. Udwin's ring we can give to someone else. Who's got like very bad rings? Who has got insanely bad rings? Yeah, you could use a little bit of a touch up there. Now you... Sorry, but... replacements here. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna... Sorry, her. Not him, her. And now we're gonna go through the tedious process of actually having her walk to us. She does have life on 8. For some reason, white magic on 9, but, you know. It is what it is. Anyhow, white magic, this will give you... Oh, ice magic resistance is huge on her here. Alright, we're gonna give her this. We're gonna give her... this here. Charisma is very important when you're doing white magic characters. So I generally tend to recommend it. Or generally, like, if you're doing characters like her, give her charisma items. Even though the item might be a lower level, if it actually gives charisma, like you can, you know, use charisma on it, just do it. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I could give her a proper weapon. I think mana tap's gonna be better, though. So, and that's problem number 1 out of the way. The giants. So they wouldn't have attacked me in the first place. Now there's 2 more. Which is what makes trolls so difficult to play. On this map in particular. So, Ice Elves are gonna be attacking us from above. From below, from over here, we are gonna be met with some icy creatures. Not Ice Elves, I mean, they're icy creatures too, but yeah. Just, yeah. Like golems, I guess. Elementals and golems. What I could do to make this a little bit easier on myself is to destroy them. Or at least try to. But they're kind of tough to take care of. Like, very tough, in fact. So I'm not sure what the best way of doing would, like, of going through this would be. Oh, that's gonna take ages, isn't it? This is gonna take ages. Yeah, level 20, level 26, I don't know. I am not sure we can beat them. We can try, there only seem to be 3. No, 4. Ah. Jesus Christ. Right, you stay here. You stay here. Without healing, like, we just don't get to hit, that's the problem. We do not get to hit, that's the big issue. And everyone's kind of hitting their own thing here. Which won't be too bad if we actually did any damage to them, so... I think the actual thing to do here is to wait for the healer. Because without, I just don't see it. Please kill the one that's like super low. Jesus. Alright, I'll do the Frost Golem. All 3 of you, just go to... Just do focus 1. Actually, no, he's super low. Kill this guy. Okay, you don't die, please. Oh, can she heal him before he dies? No, she can't. Okay, unlucky. Can she heal me, though? Can you remove this and just... Oh my goodness. This does not look good. Just make a couple of goblins, I guess. Oh, thank God, there's a heal. If I get some healing, I think I might be able to get him. But she needs to put everything she's got on me. And you need to get here as soon as you can. Oh, it didn't. Okay, it didn't go through. I think we should be good. If I get a heal here, maybe run around a little bit, you know? Just until the other healer gets here. Make these. Well. With the other healer, I don't think it would have been that bad, but without them, it's super hard. Because we've pretty much got no healing here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no, 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 no. Oh, okay. This does not count. This does absolutely not count. We are just gonna quick load. And wait, I think we should be wait. we should be waiting on the healer. Yeah, with the healer, probably isn't going to be an issue. Like this, kinda is. Let's play the map properly and stop embarrassing ourselves. So. Yeah, the Ice Hurler, he's a tough nut to crack, This is actually, I think, the third time I've said this episode. That something or someone is a tough nut to crack, but it's true. Alright, now let's properly play this. You guys are gonna wait here. Now, with having so much real estate on the map, which we aren't gonna be using because we aren't using orcs, we will probably send a lot of these trolls down there to collect wood. It's just easier. One of the big problems with trolls is that their buildings are huge, right? Oh, by the way, this is the place where, personally, I would have liked to see an orc monument. But hey... sorry, not an orc monument, a hero monument, sorry, yeah. But hey, that's not how it turned out. Anyhow, yeah, they're huge. They're huge, their buildings are huge, and that makes things a little bit tricky sometimes. So to make things easier on ourselves, we are gonna have to distribute things as cleanly as possible, just to get the most out of, you know, most out of the units we have. We've got nothing to really help us with fire, except that one upgrade for the throwers I mentioned earlier, but, you know, that's hardly anything, so I'm not counting on that for too much. What we will need is a lot of stone, and we will need a lot of wood. So to start with that, I think you guys go down here. We're gonna build a woodcutter's hut over here. It's kind of far, but they'll get there eventually. So these guys are gone. Now you guys, hunting lot quarry. Oh, it's gonna take a while. Okay, give me some wood here, just for the quarry. We aren't getting attacked by any of the elves just yet, which is good. Because that means we can try the thing again. We just tried. Gonna quick save again, though. Just to be on the safe side. Don't worry though, the elven attacks will come through relatively soon, but until they do... Alright, so we've got 3 of us. No, please don't do that. Alright, the 3 of us, and we need to focus. It needs to be precise, alright? Kill the frost golems. That's all we need to do. Okie dokie. Quarry... we can make... yeah, we can make one here. Should be fine. Alright, you do this one too. No, don't. Please don't. Alright. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Oh, this part here. Yeah. That's the reason why I think this is going to be incredibly hard without orcs. Is this final part over here. So many of them are going to spawn eventually. And it's going to be really hard to get through them. Like, really hard. Even with orcs. I mean... I know, I've never tried playing this map with only trolls like I am right now, but usually it's very tough. So... I think we can get some more domestic wood as well. It's just very convenient down here. I'm tempted to do another one down here, actually. Like, over here. And then you guys are gonna help. There's no build... Huh? Oh, it must have been the... Must have been that one of the heroes destroyed it. Okay. That was a bit weird for a second there. Alright, small HQ. Well, small. Quote-unquote small. The Ice Elves are still letting us do, you know, whatever we want to do, so... We're not going to complain about that. We're going to use the time to push down here. Because there's one of these down here too. Seems to be fewer though. At least something. We've got to hurry though, before the... Got to hurry before the heavy hitters come from above. I'm gonna try and use some magic here too. If I'm allowed to, thank you. We're hitting them quite hard, actually. It's just that, you know, they tank a lot. Alright, make more of you. Hunting lodge over here is kinda bad. Not gonna lie, I think all the food production we're gonna have to go put down here. I do wish sometimes my hero wouldn't just stand there and he'd actually help, but hey. Alright, that's dealt with. There's no plans here, but just having them out of the way is a big bonus. Seems to be just on time too. Interestingly enough, it doesn't seem like the elven monument or spawn points, or this spawn point here, in fact, have been activated. Not yet, at least. Huh. Makes me wonder, could actually starting trolls be the way to make this map easier? Because they just don't attack you. That would suck right now, but imagine. Because we've had smooth sailing so far. Not a single thing to kind of like bother us. It might be time-based. Might be. Not entirely sure. We'll see. If nothing changes for a while, then yeah. Best way of playing the map. I need 6 of you. I need 1 more. 1 of you. Ah, actually no. You guys go build this. Whole group of volunteers over here. Food we're gonna have to get from down here. Definitely. So, one of these, please, and the other one a bit later. Now, what do we do about the fact that they aren't spawning? I don't think it's bugged. I really don't. I think it's tied to the Orc Monument. Because people are expected to, you know, use the Orc Monument. So let's try and push in a little bit and see what happens. There's quite a few of them here. This is how it feels like playing against towers, by the way. These towers. Very unpleasant. But what I'm trying to see is... does fighting here trigger the spawn points? Because it doesn't look like it. Which, you know... Huh. Is interesting. And I don't know what to do with that information if that's the case. What do I do with that piece of info? I mean, what I'm thinking of doing right now is maybe even... You know, I don't want to restart the map. Obviously, we're already like 40 minutes in. So restarting is kind of a yuck idea, in my opinion. We could, What do we do? Do we just... I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what the best thing to do here would be. I mean, they're clearly not spawning. So, Huh. Ha ha ha. Yeah, no, I guess we're just gonna play through it, and finishing this map a bit earlier means we can do the Amra and Lea quest, if it's easier for us. It's kind of weird that things happen this way, but, you know. We take our W's where we can. Alright, one of the mace carver guys over here. And I need an iron house. Very small, to be fair. Probably takes like ages to build, though. Still nothing. I feel like time-wise, they should have started by now. I mean, maybe I'm absolutely wrong about this, but I feel like they should have. But it is what it is. And there's nothing we can do to change it now. Well, technically, maybe there's like a console command. You know, if we input it, it just starts kind of, but yeah, no. We'll just do it how we're doing it right now. Huh. It's weird. Oh, no, it's those five. No. You guys are gonna make me a hunting lodge over here. You know, you can play this game so many times and something will always surprise you. Like this here. Let's just wait here. Maybe some of them show up, maybe they don't. Maybe they start spawning. Though at this point, I'm leaning towards a no. A resounding no at that. Alright, you guys start collecting. Thank you very much. Thank you such much. Yeah, that's the upgrade I was talking about earlier. We do want Hail of Fire, definitely. Anything else we need? We can make a couple of them, but they're super expensive. We need so much stone. What is this? We're gonna make another quarry here. As soon as the iron house is, you know, finished. Yeah, wood's coming along just fine, but... The bouncer and hurler... I don't think I'll need. I don't think I'll need them. Quarry woodcutter... They've got nothing to collect iron anyway, so... Yeah, no, that's... The whole building here is useless, actually. I know why I decided to build it. Instead, we'll just do another quarry. And then... we'll make a few of you guys. Insane how different the map becomes if you just don't use the Orc Monument. In bloody sane. They'll be fine, though. Do we want to make a couple of towers? They're expensive. I don't think we need them. Instead, I would like to look for another stone of source. Source of stone. Technically speaking, I don't see why we couldn't just get stone from anywhere, but like literally just hit this mountain here, get some stone from it. But no, that doesn't work. So we actually do have to find a proper way of getting it. Make a few smashes. Why not? Yeah, not really sure what to do with this information, but if you're ever playing this map and you're struggling, if you start with the orcs, just don't. Just start with the trolls. One of the extra benefits trolls have is that, you know, you'll have one level up on the orcs, which makes things inherently a little bit easier. Not easiest in the world, there are easier maps in this one. Though, I have to say, playing it this way, that might be a debatable thing to say. There's easier maps in this one, right? I might as well do another mace carver. Because, you know, makes units faster. Stonecutter too, but stonecutter for these guys, mace carver for these. While you guys are waiting with the stone, why don't we do some wood then? The buildings are all so huge. It's kind of like the polar opposite of the elves, in a way. Like, elven buildings, super small, super, like, compact. I don't want to say dwarves, because dwarven buildings are fine, for the most part, size-wise. They're also pretty small, actually. Dark races, I feel like, by and large, have just bigger buildings. And because of the way we're playing this, it kind of feels like an RPG map. It's pretty interesting. Which is interesting, definitely. Make a few more of these and I think we'll just be able to like waltz through. Maybe a stonecutter I don't have enough for. Not yet. At least. I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking about what to do with... Wait. Watch this. So he carves the mace, he does a couple of things with it, and he tests it out by bonking his own head. Now that's commitment. Pretty nice, pretty neat detail. Just looking at them this way, like bank. Boink. I should think I want Aura of Regen here. Because Ice Magic, it doesn't kill you instantly, usually. But it does make it very hard to keep a healthy HP pool. So I think doing that might be pretty good. Boink. It's kind of funny. What's on the menu, lad? That's not sure what animal you got that from over here. I mean, these are way too small for that. Maybe these parts, right? Sure. They fit. But these ones up here, you killed a dinosaur or something. Like even the stuff they're bringing, look at it. It's not that big. It's still pretty big, but not that big. But what you're doing here, buddy, damn. You're filleting some big fish. Still nothing. Like, I'm kind of hoping with every passing minute, something's gonna activate. Alas, it does not, so... who knows? Alright, make me like a... stone crusher down here. I kind of like the layout of this base. Where you can like spread things out. Like you can put something here, you know. Probably should have put something here. Can we put something nice here? Like another mace carver? No. That one would have been nice. Even a medium. Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna relocate the medium HQ. At some point. First we need to attack. So, let's think about how we're gonna do that. There's towers. We do have a healer, to be fair. We have a healer, but we don't have any area healing. Which actually I prefer to aura of healing. When, you know, you're dealing with this kind of thing. I want all of them to focus fire on elves, which is why I like to put them, like, keep them separate like this. These ones are kind of cheap in terms of money, so I want them to take the brunt of it. Everyone goes in, you know, does the best they can, with them really focus firing on one particular unit here. And then by pressing tab, you can just select the next unit and have them focus her. And then the next. Works like a charm. You can even cycle through it and just select the one you really need to fight like you really want to hit right now. And the next one, there we go. And like, it really makes these battles a lot easier. So if you're not doing it, please do. You're doing yourself a disservice. I do wish my character would be doing something though. I like how even the throwers do a lot of damage to these. Yeah, they hit pretty hard. Well, that's the base, I guess. A couple more on that side, but barely any. Barely any. It's gonna put like 5 more of you here. Gonna show up eventually, and until they do... Guardian, Shaper, Conjurer. Get the Conjurer, actually. Because the Conjurers are those ones that put the elementals out, like they spawn them. Which kind of ruins who your guys are focusing here. Makes it a lot easier if those are not there. Man, okay, I remember, like, playing this map, and this part here always being super difficult, because so many of the frost things, I guess, in English, spawn that it's really hard to break through. But if I had known it's this easy to do it, I mean, hey, we would have done it ages ago. Now, for some reason, we've got some moon silver here, which... I don't think I've got to tell you that neither the trolls nor the orcs use moon silver. Which leads me to believe that at some point, we were supposed to play with something else on this map. Maybe like a mix? Well, maybe it was a light race map, like elves and dwarves. Maybe even dark elves, actually, at some point. Because we do collect dark elven... we do collect dark elven thingies. Plants here, right? So maybe it was dark elves at one point, but yeah, probably got changed during development. It can happen, you know. Things like that can change. Now look at why I don't like these guys, because the spell they use is this. All of them. Which I don't like at all, you know. And I got myself in a sticky situation over here. Oh my god, okay, I'm leaving, bro. Help, please. Anyone? Yeah, can be quite the undertaking to push through it. We got a level up. That doesn't really give us anything, but hey. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. I need to get away. You, please, stand very close to me. Please, 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 heal me, please, please, please. Oh, okay. Whew. This is probably the easiest I've ever played this map. So yeah, we're gonna do Amra and Lea. It's been barely an hour. Barely 1 hour and we've beaten it. Oh, now it disappears. Well. You know, if we're looking at this from a story perspective, we were supposed to hurry so we could get to Sartorius quicker. So, you know, I guess it makes sense. Frozen one, can I poison you? You are made out of pure ice. Nah, I can't even move, so guess that's a no. And the rune. Perfect. Well, yeah, guys, that does it, I guess. That does it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just a very simple map to play through, I guess. Are they hitting someone here? No. So what's that sound? You know, I do kind of feel like there's supposed to be a portal here. Like, if you went from this place onwards towards Tirganach, there would be a portal here, most likely. Which is why this guy's waiting here. It's also such a nice place to put a portal in, don't you think? They're just perfect for it. But yeah, not implemented here. It's one of the things with this video game in particular is you only, usually with a very, very few exceptions to this, you only see the portals that are actually necessary for your part of the story, right? So you only see the portals you actually need to use, in other words. All the other ones are just kind of hidden, because it's easier to make it like this. One thing it also does, though, and that's apparent in later installments of the game, if you don't have a portal somewhere that kind of tells you, alright, you're going from point A to point B now, and then if you make a sequel and you want to add content, everyone knows now this portal takes you from here to here. You can't have things in between, but if you don't add portals and only kind of, you know, through the story, tell people, you know what, yeah, it leads towards there, not directly there, but in that general direction, it opens you up later on to add more maps between there, right? So for example here, the next map, logically, it could be Tirganach, right? Tirganach is very close to here. But because we don't see the portal, it doesn't have to be Tirganach, it could be something else, right? So that kind of thing. And because of that, I don't actually think it's a bad thing that they've done it this way. Also, I think I'm missing a building. I'm definitely missing something. I am definitely missing something. The Aria Collector. I think it's... No? Okay. Am I just tripping? And I've got all of them. Well, let's ask.
Runenkrieger!
Reichen die Artefakte eures Volkes aus, die ich hier bei mir trage?
Lasst sehen. Es sollte genügen. Derart gerüstet könnt ihr den Durchbruch in die Gottmark wagen. Seht euch aber vor. Die Eisenvorräte im Norden dieses Landes sind rar. Ihr werdet deshalb zu Beginn nur wenig Rüstungen und Waffen schmieden können. Die Eisernen werden eure Ankunft rasch bemerken. Ihr müsst schnell handeln. Baut eure Verteidigung auf und versucht um jeden Preis die Stellung zu halten. Dann werden sich ihre Truppen an eurer Abwehr aufreiben. Sobald der Weg nach Osten frei ist, könnt ihr das Monument der Orks erobern.
Ich danke euch, Kriegsherr.
Okay, no, we do... I'm blind. I just saw it. Onyx Shrine here. Right? to collect Lenya. For some reason I thought it's another building, but anyhow.
Für den
Urias? Nothing. Alright. So, with that out of the way, I guess we're gonna do a little save here. So, save Icegate Marsh 1. And we're gonna go to Leanon to do the Amra and Lea quest. Maybe we'll do Shadows too. Maybe we'll do Shadows. Let's see how long Amra and Lea takes us. Because, you know, logically speaking, we're very strong right now. We shouldn't have too much trouble with completing that whole quest line. It only took us an hour to beat this map though. I'm still kind of in awe. Like a very shock and awe moment for me right now. Because I remember dreading this map, and even before I started recording today, I was like, man, that top part over here, always so difficult. What happens if I turn on the Orc Monument now? Is anything gonna change? Probably not. No, obviously, right? Because we got all the buildings, but... Alright. Alright, then Leanon it is. It's been quite some time since we've been here. Quite some time, and I do miss it. Especially the music, which starts... Come on, don't leave me hanging. Starts... Now, there we go. Perfect.
Bit.
Alright, nothing new he can tell us. I like to check sometimes.
Grüße von Ortank.
Danke. Aber ihr seid nicht deswegen hier, oder?
Ich suche nach Amras Rüstung. Ortank sandte mich zu euch.
Amra? Amra ist fort. Lea ist fort. Nur die Götter wissen, was aus ihnen geworden ist. Amra war ein Krieger, ein Hitzkopf. Aber das Herz am rechten Fleck. Und Lea? Lea war das schönste Geschöpf, das die Welt je erblickt hat. Die beiden hätten ein hübsches Paar abgegeben. Doch dann ging Lea fort mit so einem vermummten Kerl. Und Amra war nicht mehr derselbe. Tobte und schrie den ganzen Tag. Schließlich befahl er uns, diese Rüstung zu schmieden. Eine Rüstung, die weder Schwert noch Magie durchdringen kann. Als sie schließlich fertig war, zog er aus, um Lea zurückzuholen. Er kehrte nicht wieder. Dieser vermummte Kerl muss ihn erschlagen haben. Anschließend ist er mit Lea verschwunden. Arme Shan. Sie sorgt sich immer noch um ihre Schwester.
Shan Muir ist Leas Schwester?
Das ist sie. Geht hin und fragt sie selbst, wenn ihr mir nicht glaubt.
No, I do believe you. It's just, you know. She never said anything about that.
Ah, ihr seid zurück?
Ihr seid Leas Schwester?
Ja, die Götter mögen sie schützen, wo auch immer sie ist. Genau wie ihren Geliebten, obwohl ihre Liebe nur Unglück über unser Haus gebracht hat. Ihr müsst wissen, Amra verdingte sich einst als Söldner für meinen Vater. Zu jener Zeit verfiel ihm meine Schwester Lea und wäre sicherlich seine Frau geworden, hätte nicht bereits ein reicher Magier um sie geworben. So schickte mein Vater Amra fort. Lea gab ihm als Zeichen ihrer Gunst ihren wertvollsten Besitz, das Pfand der Götter, einen goldenen Ring, den sie einst von der Göttin Elend selbst erhalten hat. Dann kam der Magier und nahm Lea mit, und wir hörten nie wieder von ihr. Aber eines Tages kehrte der Magier zurück, rasend vor Zorn. Er tötete meinen Vater und vernichtete unser Heim. Ich habe nie erfahren, was genau damals geschehen ist, aber ihr seid nicht der Einzige, der sich für die Geschichte des Hauses Muir interessiert. Seit Tagen lungern bei der Ruine unseres Hauses einige Gestalten herum. Sie scheinen dort etwas zu suchen.
Vielleicht suchen sie nach Amras Rüstung. Ich werde mir das einmal ansehen. Wo genau finde ich euer Haus?
Schlagt nach der Nordbrücke den Weg nach Osten ein, dann stoßt ihr direkt darauf. Aber es ist nur noch eine Ruine. Dort gibt es nichts zu finden.
Irgendjemand scheint da anderer Meinung zu sein.
No worries. I'll take a quick peek. It's over there. That building. Yeah, they're level 13. That should be fine. You can do this a lot earlier. One of the reasons why I don't want to, again, said this multiple times, I want to do it in one piece. And secondly, these are a lot harder to kill if you're doing it for the first time, like level 12, 13, whatever. We're level 23. Look at this. Like, what are they gonna do? They don't even damage us. Yeah, 9. Boo-hoo. But, if you go there as soon as you can, it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. Alright, now the next part is to go to Centos. Centos is a merchant in Greyfell. We've talked to him, I believe, in one of the episodes, but if you talk to him before this happens, he just doesn't say anything, right? So it's kind of like, huh? Alrighty. Let's see. Always so somber, walking from point A to point B, isn't it? Let's go to the Order. Alright, nothing new. Always good to check dialogues. That's all I'm saying. Check them, click on them a few times. Could make a difference between missing a cool piece of dialogue, right? So, nothing bad with doing it. Alright, Centos, you don't look like a trader, but hey.
Was wollt ihr noch?
Ich glaube, ich bin einigen eurer Leute begegnet.
Leute? Wovon sprecht ihr?
Ich spreche von dem Abschaum, der die Ruinen des Hauses Muire durchwühlt hat. Sie trugen dieses Schreiben bei sich.
Ihr müsst entschuldigen. Gute Leute sind nur schwer zu bekommen. Ich werde sie selbstverständlich bestrafen.
Das hat sich bereits erledigt. Sie haben einen Fehler begangen, den Sie nicht noch einmal begehen werden.
Nun, dann ist der Gerechtigkeit ja Genüge getan. Sie haben sowieso nichts getaugt. Ihr entschuldigt mich jetzt. Ich muss...
Nicht so hastig, mein Freund. Was haben eure Leute gesucht? Immerhin waren sie in eurem Auftrag dort.
Ach, das ist nichts, eine alte Geschichte.
Ihr sucht nach der Rüstung Amras, nicht wahr?
Ihr wisst von der Rüstung? Nun, Schön. Lasst uns reden, aber nicht hier. Die Stadt hat zu viele Ohren. Trefft mich am Wildlandpass. Ich habe Amras Spur bis dorthin verfolgt.
Gut, ich werde da sein.
I like how he starts running, you know? Like he actually goes to the portal, he just doesn't appear there. That's a very nice touch. Beautiful touch, might I say. We'll be quick, I mean, he'll be quicker than we are, but we are going to teleport. Or use bindstones. Because why would we walk like some peasant? Alright, Wildland Pass, Village of Sky. Should be around here. There we are. See, Master Swansong's here. He should be dead. According to what the Order did, right? But, yeah, all of these should be gone. That's what I mean. It would be kind of nice for that to be updated and for them to just disappear afterwards. But hey, wasn't programmed that way, sadly. Would have been nice though.
Tretet näher, Freund. Schön, dass ihr es geschafft habt.
Was genau tun wir hier?
Ihr seid doch auf der Suche nach Lea und Amra, nicht wahr?
Was wisst ihr über sie? Finden wir hier eine Spur?
Ihr seid zu neugierig, junger Freund. Finden, was ihr hier finden werdet, ist nur euer Ende. Los, Männer!
Buddy... it's 3 thugs. Again, I'm wearing dragon armor. Like, you don't have... He's not even looking. Look at him. His back turned towards this. Hello. No, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. No. Yeah, we got a problem. We got something to talk about, mate. You, What's that behind you there? 3 guys lying dead on the ground. Why?
Ich kann das erklären.
Worüber sprachen wir gerade?
Bitte, ihr werdet doch einen Unbewaffneten nicht töten? Erbarmen, im Namen aller Götter, die uns heilig sind.
Wir sind keine Götter heilig. Los, redet. Was wisst ihr? Warum wolltet ihr mich aus dem Weg räumen?
Ich weiß nicht. Ich schwöre euch.
Noch eine einzige Lüge, Kaufmann, und ich schicke euch hinab zum Seelenfluss.
Ich weiß nur, dass es ein Grab gibt. Eine Grabstätte in Wisper. Man sagt, Lea liege dort. Der Schlüssel zu Amras Rüstung befindet sich in dieser Grabstätte. Schon oft habe ich Männer dorthin gesandt, aber keiner ist je zurückgekehrt. Und nun sind meine letzten Männer auch noch tot. Ich bin am Ende.
Nein, ihr seid am Anfang. Am Anfang ehrlicher Arbeit. Kehrt zu euren Waren zurück, Sentos. Amras Rüstung wurde für Krieger geschmiedet, nicht für Kaufleute.
Was bleibt mir anderes? Lebt wohl, Krieger. Möge euch bei der Suche mehr Glück beschieden sein.
We should have the option to kill him, I'll be honest with you. He tried tricking us, like, though he lied to us multiple times, and he tried killing us. Like, bro, you don't do that. You do not do that. But okay, Whisper, Håkon's grave is the closest one. It is. But my question is... Well, actually, no, is it? Now, let's go to the Oasis. My question is whether or not we need a, we need our heroes there. Because the grave is guarded. It's not guarded particularly heavily, but it's guarded, you know, there's some people there. Undead, rather. So what I'm curious about is whether or not I can take them on by myself. I guess the level is gonna tell us. It's over there. It's right over there. We can't see them yet, but it's there. Now, I could always go to the hero monument, but I want to try to do it by myself. Fighting on my own. Let's see. Lea's Avenger, level 18. I'll be honest with you, level 18 seems doable. I do know that they use a lot of magic. And they can hurt like a truck. So, you know, maybe? Actually, we could test this out by just running down here, because I feel like one of them is gonna... Like, this guy is gonna notice us, 100%. So let's see, if it does too much damage, I'm gonna go get the heroes. If it doesn't, I'll just do it myself. Let's see. Come on. Oh! Okay, alright, we quick saved. We quick saved, but I think there has never been a yes, you need heroes sign bigger than this one. I keep forgetting that mind magic works particularly well on people who've got a high intelligence stat, which we do. Right. That was a bit awkward. Definitely a little bit awkward, but... Now you might be seeing me clicking these things and thinking, why is this idiot increasing his intelligence stat, even though, you know, this just happened? I don't know. I do not know. I just kind of want to distribute the points, that's all. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing I can give to anyone to be a little bit better protected against that, can I? Our Torsnick shield still dwarfs everything else. Yeah, no. Fire magic. Black magic resistance might be good, but... Oh, black magic 20, alright, she's got it. She's got it. And we can put these on there, but we talked about this a couple of episodes ago, it's just not worth it. Stormrunner is just better in every single way. Right, let's get the heroes. Let's get the heroes and then we'll kill them. They're super strong. It's kind of... So, everything up until this point in the quest, you can do before you go to Mulandir. If you do it that way, you'll be here and you'll have a full army to clear those. With a full army, not a problem at all. Like, 0, right? Easiest thing ever. Without an army, can be a little bit tricky. Which is why I'm gonna do a little bit of a compromise. So I'm not gonna make a full army. I will make workers though, and those workers are gonna go in. They'll be like the sacrifice. They'll tank it, and they will just kill them. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. No, definitely more than I expected though. And this marks the second time this episode that we've died. Funnily enough. I think 10 elven workers should be fine. Don't actually know if dwarven workers are more tanky than elven workers. If I'm being honest with you. They might be. They might be, but who's to say? Yeah, you can't see it here. You can't see it on the runes either. Casting time 3. Might be about the same. I mean, the level is the same, right? So, they're still level 9. Though, truth be told, I expect them to just get one shot by that, so... It doesn't really matter which level they are. Could be level 1, as long as they tank the spell. As long as that happens, I'm happy. And if this is a problem, it's gonna be another one. It's gonna be another one on a map where we can't use heroes. And that one, yeah. That one's gonna be iffy. It's actually the last step in the quest. There's gonna be a being, a very strong being that we've gotta kill. And yeah. Let me put it this way. I don't think we can 1v1 him. We can try. Probably gonna die though, so. Don't think we can. Making a couple of workers might not be a bad idea, but then again, it's level 9 dwarves. So it's not like we're making something, you know, like God knows what. We're making level 9 dwarves. That enemy is strong enough though that I doubt there's ever really like a point where you can kill him alone, unless you're playing a very specific character build, which we aren't, so... I think if you're doing heavy combat arts plus healing, you might be able to. Healing with boons, right? So just to boost your damage with the whole thing. You might be able to get him then. Yeah. Not sure how our character's gonna do though. We can try it. I mean, Aura of Slow Fighting, definitely gonna help a little bit there. We can do Berserk and just pray. Alright, let's do one more. Should be enough. Alright, lads, we are going. And Ladettes. Let's not forget the elves here. Right, you are gonna do fast fighting, you're gonna do healing, you're gonna do your thing, and I will do my thing. There we go. There we go. What's like the quickest way of getting there? Do I just send them up? I think we need to go like this and then down here. Which even that can be, you know, it's not that many episodes ago that we've played this map, but it can be a bit confusing. Of course, he's the quickest man around. He's got level... Dude, our fight is insanely high, though. 158. Damn. Alright, alright. Ah, there we go. From here. So with that, if we combine it with the weapons we have, we kick some serious ass. Too bad it isn't gonna matter for the creature in question. Let's do one thing after another. We can try soloing him, though I do think we're gonna need some help. But first, let's do this till the end here. I think after this, we're gonna have to go back to Lianon. And then we're gonna have to go to Craig Unshalach, and then we're gonna have to go to the final step. Alright, let's see. Why are he's so quick? Is he quicker too? 5? I've got 5. Why am I not that quick? Why am I not that quick? Alright, 12 of you, just run here, right? And the rest of us is gonna do our best to get some kills. Hey, okay, that's great. They don't get one shot. Perfect. They do get severely hurt. They do get severely hurt, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Well, if I could, you know, hit someone. For some reason, they do way more damage to me. Probably the intelligence stat with the whole thing. I guess that's one way to make mental magic useful, actually. Because it's kind of not that good in this game. In SpellForce 2, I feel like mental magic is insanely good. In this one, it's like okay-ish. Kinda bad, all things considered. Like, comparing it to any other form of magic just shows you how much worse it is. And that's what I mean by it, right? If I just took mental magic, in and of itself, it's decent. It's a good supporting type of magic. No doubt about that. You know, getting mana back, controlling enemies, doing all of those things, perfectly fine. But on its own, it's kind of lackluster. Alright, interrogate, look for the... okay. Lea's ghost left a letter. Okay, yeah. I mean, we could read the letter, but I guess it's a little bit impolite to do that. Probably. Makes sense. But alright, let's go back to Leonon. Now what do we do after that? We have to think about the Shadows quest too. Because when we go to the final piece for this quest, for Amra and Lea, I also kind of want to do the final piece for the Shadows quest, which we can do at the same time. So I think a Shadow World, sorry, yeah, this one. I think with level 23, we should, big question mark on that, but we should be strong enough to kill those shadows. So, we'll see. They are gonna drop a book for us. With that book, we can go to Rigor, I believe. So we go back to Rigor, or we give him the book, and he'll send us to... what's it called? The Howling Mountains. Exactly, and that's where we need to go anyway, so... that's what we will do.
Ah!
Yes, I am. Got something for you.
Ich habe hier einen Brief und ein Schmuckstück von Lea.
Oh, Lea. Ja, dieses Kleinod gehörte ihr. Ich hatte es ihr zu ihrer Hochzeit geschenkt. Lasst mich bitte sehen, was in dem Brief steht. Meine liebe Schwester, ich schreibe dir nun, da ich am Ende meines Weges angekommen bin. Mein Gemahl begehrt weder mich noch den Reichtum unseres Hauses. Einzig das Pfand der Götter war es, das er für seine magischen Werke von mir wollte. Ich hoffe nur, Amra ist weit weg und reitet wie der Wind, auf dass mein Gemahl ihn nie finden möge, denn sein Zorn ist grausam. Als er herausfand, dass ich das Pfand vergeben hatte, folterte er mich und suchte mir mit dunklen Kräften zu entreißen, wo es verborgen ist. Sein Abschiedsgeschenk war ein dunkler Fluch, der mich nun langsam zugrunde richtet. In dieser letzten Stunde hoffe ich, dass du vom Zorn meines Gemahls verschont bleibst. Und solltest du diesen Brief je erhalten, dann warne Amra. Gib Tirganach Nachricht, alte Waffenbrüder finden immer zueinander. Denn wer weiß, wann mein Gemahl seine Spur findet. Möge ihm ein besseres Schicksal gewährt sein als mir.
Tirgar?
Turga, der Fischer, war einer der Waffenbrüder Amras. Sie waren wie Pech und Schwefel, Krieger und Söldner, sogar ein Dunkelelf war unter ihnen. Befragt Turga, wenn ihr mehr über Amra wissen wollt. Ich werde mich dem Andenken meiner Schwester widmen.
Alright, let's do it. Yeah, but pretty sad story. For those of you who've not figured it out, the husband that Lea was given to, or promised to, is actually the Dark One. And there's a... well, proof for that is on the final map of this game. It's not explicitly stated, right? You've got hints and drops and all of that. You know, saying how he's like a hooded figure, you know, concealed and everything. Rings a bell. And on the final map, we'll find the ring that she was talking about here. Right? So, yeah. Yet another thing where he had his influence on. In a bad way.
Willkommen zurück.
Ihr wart einst Amras Waffenbruder?
Alte Zeiten, alte Wunden. Man sollte das auf sich beruhen lassen. Heute bin ich nur noch Fischer.
Was ist aus Amra geworden? Hat er Lea je gefunden?
Ich weiß es nicht. Er war damals wie von Sinnen. Wir haben ihn alle gewarnt, haben ihm gesagt, dass der Magier zu mächtig ist. Aber er wollte nicht hören.
Ihr habt euch zerstritten?
Ja, die meisten von uns blieben hier. Nur Craig, der Dunkelelf, hat ihn begleitet. Sie zogen in die Düsterlande und verschwanden darin. Aber soweit ich weiß, ist Craig noch am Leben. Ich hörte, er wäre wieder nach Osten gegangen, ins Land der Dunkelelfen, jenseits des Wildlandpasses. Wenn einer weiß, was aus Amra geworden ist, dann er. Viel Glück bei eurer Suche. Ich muss mich jetzt wieder um meine Netze kümmern.
Valuable info. See, this is why we needed to do the Craig thing, because if you don't do it, you get stuck at this point, basically. Because you gotta talk to him about it. But now we can do that and finish up. Alright, Amra and Lea. I like to read these. In a letter... Alright, Tigger claims only Craig could know something about Amra's places of residence. Alright, whereabouts is the word I would use here, but okay. Not me doing it, not me doing it. Anyhow, let me see what you got for me. And then Shadow World after. Southern Godmark. No, it's not. He's over here. But it does seem like it was planned at one point for him to be in the Southern Godmark. Would make sense though, right? Maybe to meet both Urias and him in the Southern Godmark, and they accompany you as companions on the map. That would have actually been sick. You know, you maybe don't have a rune monument. I mean, you do have a rune monument, but instead of it, in this alternate reality of things, you've got these two chaps here. That's pretty much the best two you can ask for to go with you. At least in my opinion.
Runenkrieger!
Yes.
Ihr wart einst ein Waffenbruder Amras?
Ihr wisst viel für einen einfachen Krieger.
Tirga hat mir berichtet, ihr hättet Amra bis zuletzt begleitet.
Das habe ich. Nur in seinem letzten Kampf konnte ich ihm nicht beistehen. Wir suchten Lea überall und fanden schließlich eine Spur, die in die Düsterlande führte. Wochenlang irrten wir in der Wüstenei umher. Amra war wie rasend. Weder Durst noch die Heere der Untoten konnten ihn aufhalten. Doch wir fanden nur Staub und Tod. Bis wir eines Abends einen unheiligen Ort erreichten. Der Wind sang klagend zwischen den Felsen und eine alte Festung thronte über dem Land. Dort schließlich fand er uns.
Leas Gemahl?
Ja, ein Magier mit dunkler Kapuze und von unglaublicher Macht. Er schwebte aus dem Himmel herab, fegte uns beiseite wie Strohhalme im Wind. Geifernd verlangte er von Amra das Pfand der Götter, jenen unseligen Ring. Ich sah noch, wie Amra sich aufrichtete, wie er der Magie trotzend auf den Zauberer zuschritt. Dann löschte ein Blitz mein Bewusstsein. Als ich erwachte, fand ich Amra tot neben mir. Das Pfand der Götter war verschwunden. Ich begrub seinen Leichnam an jedem Ort, mitsamt seinen Waffen und seiner Rüstung, wie es einem Krieger gebührt. Alles nur wegen eines nutzlosen Rings.
Nutzlos? Das Pfand der Götter muss doch unvorstellbar große Macht besessen haben.
Nein, es war nur ein einfacher Ring aus Messing. Manchmal ist der Glaube der Leute stärker als jede Magie. Versteht ihr? Das Volk wollte einfach glauben, dass Lea gesegnet war. Sie selbst schufen diese Legende mit ihrer eigenen Vorstellungskraft. Dabei war das Pfand der Götter nur ein wertloses Stück Metall. Und ein Spiegel für die Habgier und die Dummheit der Völker. Denn die Götter verschenken kein Pfand an die Sterblichen.
Ihr war...
Yeah, we'll just skip that. Alright, same thing. So yeah, turns out she wasn't that special after all. Everything a little bit unlucky with that whole thing, but yeah. At the foot of a decayed fortress in the deserts of the Darklands, Amra was slain by Lea's dark husband. There he lies, buried with the suit and armor and all. If you play this in English, and if you don't pay attention to the clues, I feel like it's more difficult to know where you need to go after this if you play in English, because in German they use certain vocabulary, like klagend, right? Those kind of things, which, you know, howling mounds, klagenden Steine, it kind of points you in that direction. But how is it for people in English? Like, did you guys have trouble finding this for the first time? Because I believe I would have. I mean, even in German I did when I first played it, but... right, I don't want to go there yet. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know. Alright, so they are here. Last time I didn't want to use them because the commander died. Maybe this time, you know? Maybe this time if he doesn't, you know, just get absolutely one-tapped. The biggest issue back then was that I couldn't hit them. I guess just the healers would be very nice to have here. But they can't heal me. Because of the magic. Oh no, but this is way better. Alright. Come at me. Come at me. We don't have to kill that one. We can just loot. But we'll do it anyway. I think this one's the biggest issue, because he has a spell that damages you. The other spells just give you debuffs. He can actually do some proper damage. And I think he heals. Is it like a healing thing? There we go, Shadow Manifesto. Now we're gonna go to Rigor. Kinda nice to see that these return back though, like to defend the castle. Makes sense, right? I think I brought this up a couple of episodes ago, but it makes sense, right? Because they don't have to stand there. Grey Dusk Vale has been freed, so very unlikely for anything to come from there. But okay. Now we need to go to Fallen's Hope. And do we need to go to Greyfell first? Or can we just go to the Howling Mounds afterwards? I believe Howling Mounds, but I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure.
Was ist jetzt schon wieder?
Bei einem der Schatten fand ich dieses Buch.
Ein Buch? Was sollte ein Phantom mit einem Buch anfangen? Ihr müsst euch irren.
Seht selbst.
Das Manifest der Schatten. Dann stimmt die Legende also doch. Dieses Buch wurde einst von einem wahnsinnigen Dunkelelfen verfasst. Es lagerte in den Archiven von Graufurt, bis es eines Tages auf geheimnisvolle Weise verschwand. Man fand den Bibliothekar erfroren im Archiv. Die Schatten selbst müssen es geraubt haben. Hier, der Text berichtet von einem Schattenkristall, der Quelle ihrer Macht. In einer alten Feste des Lichts, verfallen und verflucht, steckt er in einer Wand. Von hier aus strömen die Schatten in unsere Welt. Wo immer auch dieser Ort ist, ihr müsst euch dorthin begeben. Findet den Kristall und reißt ihn heraus. Dann hat der Spuk ein Ende.
Alright, it's along the way. We'll do it. This crazed dark elf, by the way, he's talking about is Nashar, who we'll learn a little bit more about in the free game mode for SpellForce 1 and in SpellForce 2. Mainly in SpellForce 2 we're going to learn a lot more. We'll actually see him in the free game mode for SpellForce 1, so there's that. So, let's see. Howling Mounds inside Fortress. Yep, Amra's Guardian. We're gonna take the thing first. It's in here, in this little piece of wall here. Very hard to spot if you don't know where to look. I think the first time I saw this, I knew it had to be here, right? So I just kind of went over everything just to see if I can click on something. And lo and behold, you could click on this, but it's very hard to see. Very, very hard to see. These ones we could kill. We don't have to. We could, for some XP. Do we want to do it though? I don't know. Okay, let's see. A deep crevice, reach into the crevice, a shadow crystal. Very nice. Now, it's later revealed that this particular shadow crystal, the one we have here, is not the only way for the shadows to come into EO. This shadow crystal is one of the shadow crystals that broke off of the very big one that came with like the meteorite with which the shadows came to EO. So there's multiple ones on there. This one we remove. I do think it's going to be hinted at once we talk to Kastagir, I believe. He's going to say something like, yeah, but, you know, it looks like it's only a small part, like a piece that broke off or something. So it's not the only one. The other ones we will, or the main one actually, we'll talk a little bit more about in SpellForce 2. Shadow Wars, actually. Very fitting. This whole Shadow story, this plus the free game mode, ties into SpellForce 2 a lot. So this is kind of, you can think of this quest as a, what's the best way of putting it? Like a prequel, perhaps? Like a prequel story to SpellForce 2? Because it deals with you know, the shadows in general. Mentions Nashar in a couple of dialogue lines. Especially the free game mode, though. The free game mode is 100% like basically a prequel to it. So, but now we need to brace ourselves. We need to brace ourselves. The grave is up here. Some guardians here. Whatever. Level 10, right? Only here to kind of give you a false sense of security. Because these guys, they're gonna drop like flies. Actually, they will not. Okay, but they will drop, eventually. That's not the big issue with them, though. The big issue is what happens when we talk to the grave. It's gonna be one thing that's gonna come out, and this one thing, I am, yeah, kind of scared of. Yeah, they can't even put spells on us. I mean, they are level 10, right, so... Do I even get any XP for killing them? Oh, I do, actually. Quite a nice chunk. You know what, let's just use Berserk. Gotta be a little bit easier. We are gonna need Berserk, though. Definitely gonna need Berserk. for that guy. He also has a very fitting name. I believe he's called The End of All Hope. Amazing name. Kinda hardcore. But do I... See, now I'm thinking, because I'm so close to level 24, what if I do the Shadows quest? And then I try to kill him, because I'll be a level up on him. I mean, I'm not a level up on him, but I'll be a level higher than I am right now. Which, you know, might make a difference. And we're not that far off, it's just like 1/4. And I believe completing the Shadows quest might actually be good for that. Huh. There's something to think about. There is something to think about. Also, by completing the Shadows quest, you get what's arguably the best armor in the game. It's kind of a toss-up, I believe, between Amra's armor and the Shadow Pulse armor that you get. I think for a pure fighter, Amra's armor is better. Can you stop doing that? But yeah, for a pure fighter, Amra's armor is better. But we're not a pure fighter. We do use some magic every now and again, so... that might be actually not a bad idea. Yeah, let's go to Rigor Mortis, and then we'll go to Greyfell, hopefully complete the quest, and then see where it takes us. Alright, you go take me to the south. I want to kill this guy. Like, he can't just kill my monuments here, my bindstones. Very, pretty rude, isn't it? Pretty rude, innit? And then... where do we go from here? Let's go... to... I blanked for a sec there. To Fallen's Hope. I just had such a blank in my head. Like, let's go to somewhere. Where do we go to? Hopefully this gives us me. I can't talk. The episode is going for far too long. Talking is difficult. No, but hopefully this does give me a level up when I finish the quest.
Was ist jetzt?
Rigur, ich bringe euch den Schattenkristall.
Wahrhaftig. Ihr habt den Kristall entfernt und die Macht der Schatten gebrochen. Ich muss zugeben, ich bin beeindruckt.
Wollt ihr den Kristall haben?
Ich? Oh nein, bleibt mir vom Leibe damit. Ich bin ja nicht von Sinnen. Bringt ihn nur Kastagir. Er ist verrückt genug, ihn an sich zu nehmen.
Alright, I guess...
Rigur.
Right, I guess we can just spam that. Doesn't change much, though. Doesn't seem to change much. We don't get more rewards, so... Kastagir it is. Alright, let's see. Rifle? Is this gonna give us enough, though, for a level up? Oh hey, Centaurs! How's it going? You shouldn't be standing like that, it's not good for you. Definitely not good for you. We can't really do anything else. There's one side quest in the game we've got to do, which is blood. But we can't finish that one, so if this doesn't give it to us, I guess we're in a little bit of a pickle. Let's see.
Seid gegrüßt.
Die Schatten sind vertrieben. Vorerst.
Ihr habt ihr Geheimnis entschlüsselt?
Dieser Kristallsplitter ist ihr Ursprung und die Quelle ihrer Macht. Aber ich fürchte, er ist nicht der einzige seiner Art. Seht doch, er sieht aus wie ein Bruchstück von etwas Größerem.
Zeigt her. Tatsächlich. Ich werde den Splitter untersuchen. Er ist unsere einzige Spur, der einzige Weg, uns auf das nächste Erscheinen der Schatten vorzubereiten. Nehmt dies als Zeichen des Dankes. Kehrt später noch einmal zu mir zurück, wenn ihr könnt. Vielleicht haben meine Forschungen bis dahin Früchte getragen.
Wie steht?
Noch habe ich nichts.
Ah, come back later to complete the quest. No, we did complete it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay here. And I'm gonna do a little bit of console shenanigans. So, I'm gonna cut the video now and return once a little bit of time has passed. Let's see, do I have it saved? Yes, I do. Alright, gonna be back in a second. Alright, so a little bit of time has passed. Also, great thing that we can do here. Show the developers. It's an Easter egg. I saw someone talk, or I saw someone write that they have no idea what this is. So, yeah, every SpellForce 1 and 2 game. Does Shadow Wars have it? Actually, I'm not sure. But every SpellForce 1 game has this developer Easter egg. They appear as undead, usually at night. In this one, it's in Greyfell. So you've got like Libby, Stefan, Arne, Steffen, Jochen, just the names of them, right? They all appear here. Pretty cool. And then they disappear at dawn, like this. Very cool Easter egg, I like it. But, yeah. Kind of hard to see. I think it only appears in the later stages of the game. And then only at night. And you've got to be here at the right time, so there you go, if you've never seen it.
Wie stehen eure Forschungen?
Ich habe einen Weg gefunden, die Macht der Schatten zu kontrollieren. Reines Silber scheint sie zu schrecken. Seht her! Die Kräfte des Schattenkristalls werden von diesem Silbergürtel hier beherrscht. So lässt sich ihre Macht kontrollieren. Nehmt den Gürtel und tragt ihn. So werden die Schatten euch zu Diensten sein und euch wie eine Rüstung schützen. Er gebührt euch.
Shadowpool's armor. There we go. And you know what the coolest thing about this armor is? So, can I wear it? That's number one. I think I should be able to. Yes, I can. So, the coolest thing about this armor is the armor is black. It's called Shadowpool's armor. It looks kind of neat. But it's not actually... But by how he describes it, it's not actually an armor that you wear. It's just this, you know, belt you've got here. And then the black stuff around you, like the parts of the armor, are actually meant to be shadows, who you control to give you this armory shape. That's, yeah, a little bit difficult to show in the actual game, but that's what it's supposed to be. I think it's better than what we've got here. We lose 10 on fighting, but we gain a lot more. So let's use the Shadowpool's armor and try our luck in the Howling Mounts. And once that's taken care of, we can, well, I guess end the episode there. It's a nice place to end it. Just gotta see if we can actually do it here. Because I have a bad feeling about this. Looks kind of sick, the Shadowpool's armor though. Like, it's very simplistic. I think I might even prefer it to Amra's armor. Which hopefully we'll get to see very soon. Let me just quick save just in case. You know, we've had 2 things in this episode where stuff didn't work out as planned, so you never know. Alright, wish me luck. Slow fighting I should use, probably. Yeah, there we go. This is where Amra fell in honorable battle. Ah, for God's sake, there's more of them. Okay, so how we're gonna do this is we're gonna run He's level 30. Like, you know. He's got quite a level over here. Please leave. We're gonna kill the rest of them. And hope that this gives us level 24. It might get us very close. Maybe we go to the shadows and kill a couple of those. Oh, this is hard. Definitely hard. Definitely hard. He's super strong. Doesn't use any spells, luckily. But he doesn't have to. He just kills me. Alright, is there a way to bait them without him? The big black skeleton that's trying to skin us alive here. Let's move out a little bit. There, okay, that's two. That's two, we got half. It's already better. You know, there's two of them left. How exactly we're gonna deal with those two, no idea. Maybe coming from above is... Yeah, running above might be the thing to do. It's not gonna give us a level up, though. If push comes to shove, I'm gonna make a couple of dwarven units. Just to, you know... assist in what the hell we're doing here, but... I think we can kill this guy before the other ones show up. Well... not really before, but we can do it. And now we run. The only saving grace is that his attacks are super slow. But boy, when they hit, they hit. Now it's you and me, buddy. You and me. I mean, killing the shadows over there would probably give me a level up. But I don't feel like running that far, I'll be honest with you. Alright, Berserk, let's see. Holy hell, you do damage. Oh my goodness, yeah, there was something. I knew there was something. Right, lads, so, clearly, this is not gonna work. So what we're gonna do is, I'll do a little cut here. Another cut, because this is just gonna be me building up an army. Nothing too interesting. I'm gonna stay here, do the cut, I'll be back, we're gonna have an army, then we're gonna kill him. Alright, here we are. So, I... you know, used some console commands to make the time go a bit quicker. We've built up a little dwarven city down here. I didn't want to use cheats to give myself resources, so I only just, you know, sped everything up. Made myself 30 defenders with the upgrade. And, yeah, cut the whole thing out, because, honestly, there's nothing much to see there. It's just, you know, me clicking on stuff here, so... that should be fine, and with that, hopefully, we can get him. He heals though, and he does a lot of damage to me, so we have to be careful. The defenders, they can hit, you know, they do a little bit of damage, definitely. But he kills them in like 2 hits, so... No, please do me, please do me. Not the defenders, come on, mate. Me, there we go, perfect. Because I can actually tank stuff. His magic is annoying, because he heals every time he does it, right? But we can heal too. No, please leave them be, mate. Come on. Right, mate. Let's not do that. I think we should have it, though. Think we should have him? There we go. And Amra's Ghost. But he's like level 18. Whatever. There we go. Amra's Armor. And level 24. What a timing. Okay, so. Amra's Armor. Let's compare. Let's compare. We can't wear it anyway. Not yet. Because we need heavy combat arts, right? We won't be able to wear it. Case in point. So Shadowpulse Armor is going to be what we'll be rocking. But 150 plus 100 on the Greaves gives you a 250. So you get 50 more armor. But I think the resistances overall are weaker. And you get 5 for fighting. So, you know, if you're a pure fighter and your biggest concern is getting hurt by physical damage, Amra's armor's better. I think Shadowpulse is overall probably the more balanced armor though. And again, we can't wear this one anyway, so it is what it is. But okay, let's go to the Southern Godmark. I think this is a perfectly fine place to end this episode on. Let's see. Alright. Icegate should be fine. Yeah, let's go. Alright. So, I'll do another save because we've done quite a bit. Icegate Marsh 2. And yeah, thanks for watching. We finally did all the side quests apart from one, which we'll do. And we are in the last stretch of this game. So, if you haven't yet, join the Discord. Let's talk about this. Talk about how many times I've died. I don't really mind. I just like talking to you guys. Until then, hope to see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.